Hello, my name is Molly Ortiz. This is going to be a very quick tutorial on how to make your Google Slides a little more interactive and making like drag and drops for your students rather than spending all your money on Teachers Pay Teachers. So what you would do is when you get to Google Slides, first you want to decide what needs to be locked down and what you don't want the students to move. And then you can make little drag and drop, say, buttons for them to drag onto the correct answers. So I'm a math teacher, so I'm going to do number of solutions, and I'm going to make 3 categories. So you would have one solution, no solution, infinitely many. So my 3 categories I'm going to make in, say, a rectangular shape. So I'm going to make my first rectangle. I'm not going to make it too large because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 of these, and then the rest of the space left over is going to be where I'm going to put my little buttons to drag and drop. So what I'm going to do is instead of making 3 separate columns, I'm going to make one, decide how I want it to look, and this would be for all 3 of them. I'm just going to copy and paste it. So I'll make it this background, and then I'm going to add another shape here and put this as, if you double click on any shape, it becomes a text box. So I'm going to change this to one solution. And I'm going to highlight and change my colors, make this centered, maybe make it a little larger. All right, so I've got one solution now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually select this again, and I'm going to change this. Maybe I'll make this like a thicker border, or maybe I want to change the border color to, say, a blue. So now I have my one solution. Now I want my no solution and my infinitely many. I'm just going to select this whole thing, and I'm going to copy and paste it and just shift it over and do that again. Shift it over. And then that way, all I have to do now is just double click in this box and change this to no and change this to infinitely many. Bring that down a size so it all fits. And now I've got my 3 categories. Well, now I don't want my students to be able to move this, right? These are what they're going to drag their options into. So what you want to do here is lock this down. So what you can do is you can actually just screenshot it, or so it's not fuzzy. The best thing is actually to go to File and download this as, say, a PNG, whatever you would like. And now it's saved. So now you're going to delete all this. And now I'm just going to go to background. I'm going to choose an image. And these are called interactive slides. And now, as you can see, I can't move anything on it. So now it's locked in as my background. So now I can just make little buttons. And again, any shape thing that you want to use becomes a text box. So I just like to use this a lot. So say I want to, again, I'm just going to use more of the basic ones. And then I'll just go over here and I can go in, double click, and now I have a text box. So let's say I want, I'm going to change my font. So let's say we had 2x plus y equals 3, and let's go y equals 2x plus 4. Again, I'm going to center this. I'm going to make this just my default one that I can keep using over and over again. So let's change this to a lighter color. Maybe I'll make now these dotted, make that blue. And now I've got myself a button that students can just drag on to wherever they think the solution is. So once you do that, maybe you want to make this longer so it kind of fits right in the box. So once you decide which one you want, but then it kind of hangs over that way. So I guess that was, you can work around and, move them around. You can actually even move them over to the side if you want. Whoops. But students would have to then shift over to find the buttons over on the side of your, which is fine. They would just go like this and slide over and find the buttons. It's up to you if you want to have all your buttons on it or on this side. So anyway, you get your first one, and then again, we copy, we paste, bring it down, and then you can go through and, edit what you want these to say. And then you have some interactive slides for your students to drag and drop. So that is a very quick run through of how you can make your Google Slides interactive for your students. Thanks for listening.